Yo, before this video does start, if this video gets to 1,000 likes, I'm going to be going ahead and hooking up 2 subscribers both on Xbox and PS4 with a full tier 50 Operation Spectre Rising Battle Pass. All you have to do is drop a like on the video, comment down below your PSN or Xbox gamer tag, as well as subscribe to the channel and turn those post notifications on so you don't miss a video, especially these update videos. Hope you guys do enjoy. Let's get right into the 10 best class setups after the 1.17 update in Black Ops 4. Yo, what's going on YouTube? It is your boy Ears. Hope you guys are having a great rest of your day, starts your day, whatever time it may be. And update 1.17 just went live in Black Ops 4. So that means we have to do an updated 10 best class setups after the 1.17 update in Black Ops 4, man. Let's get right into it because a lot of things have been changed, and I want to keep you guys updated on all of the new and best class setups to run going forward. So number 1, my best class setup in Black Ops 4 is going to be the KN57 with hybrid mags, stock, rapid fire, as well as the suppressor attachment. For my gear, I have on the acoustic sensor, I'm running scavenger, and I'm also running dead silence. Now, the reason why I have this class setup is because if I'm playing on a map that's kind of big and the players in the lobby really aren't moving around as much, the acoustic sensor is going to really help you seek out and find those enemies, and it's also going to prevent you from getting shot from behind or because of a bad flip spawn. Now, my class setup number 2 is going to be the same exact KN57 with the same attachments, but I have on the ComSec device, and I swapped out dead silence for the Team Link perk. Now, if you guys are playing other good players that are pushing objectives, you're playing a full party, this is the class setup to run. Now, the KN57, in my opinion, like I said, is one of the best rifles to use suppressed in Black Ops 4. So you guys couple this with the ComSec device, EKAs, objective kills, with the added kind of, sensory awareness with the team link, kind of figure out where your teammates are at. This is going to be a very good class up to play against full parties, and I feel you guys will be very successful rocking this class. You guys have seen me destroy other enemy players, other full parties running a similar KN57 class setup. Now, I have a third KN57 class setup, and this one is going to be swapping out the ComSec device for the stem shot, and I put dead silence back on. Now, the reason why I run this class setup with the stem shot is because if you are playing enemies that are constantly pushing you, constantly getting into gunfights, pushing objectives hard and fast, and you guys need to stay up healed as quickly as possible, this is going to be one of the best setups to run. Because if you guys are playing other good players that are constantly snaking behind head glitches, peeking around corners, and running stem shot themselves, you kind of have to be on an equal playing field. That's why I always have this class setup ready for situations like those. Now, for my class setup number 4, I like to run the Rampart. Now, I have the Rampart with high caliber 1, high caliber 2, FMJ1, as well as FMJ2. For my gear, I have on the acoustic sensor, I have on scavenger, and I am also running dead silence. A very solid class setup within Black Ops 4. I highly recommend you guys checking this one out. This is, like I said, one of the best setups to use, and I kind of run this class setup if I'm playing on a map with a lot of head glitches, a lot of things for players to hide behind, because with high caliber 1, high caliber 2, FMJ1, and FMJ2, you're going to be easily able to punch through that cover and take enemies out with ease. Now, I have the same exact KN57 class setup again, but I went ahead and swapped out, like I said, acoustic sensor for the ComSec device. For the same reason, it's just going to be dependent on the map and if you guys like the KN or the Rampart. Like I said, these are the 2 best weapons in the game to use right now, and I feel like you guys will be very successful rocking this class setup. And again, I have on a third class setup with the stem shot, kind of going over the same kind of ideal that if you guys are playing other players that are constantly pushing gunfights, getting in your face, having the stem shot is going to equal that playing field, and I feel like you guys would be successful rocking this class setup. Now, my class setup number 7, I have on the Auger DMR. Now, the Auger DMR is an absolute monster. Now, I have the Auger DMR with the reflex sight. I have it with high caliber 1, high caliber 2, as well as the fast mag. You guys can also run FMJ if you want, but honestly, I've been really liking the fast mags on the Auger, and I think you guys should check it out, man. I have on the acoustic sensor for my gear. I have on scavenger. I have on dexterity, and also I have on dead silence with this class setup, man. Like, this is an Auger class setup if you guys are playing TDM, FFA. Again, if the lobby is kind of slow placed, having that acoustic sensor is going to really help you guys out in order, you know, to find enemies and not get shot from behind. Now, I have the same exact class setup again, but I went ahead and swapped out the acoustic sensor for the ComSec device. Very good, very effective, and I highly recommend you guys going ahead and checking out this class setup if you guys are playing against other full parties or other enemies who are rushing you. It's going to be really, really helpful. I don't have on Team Link with this class setup because I don't really think it's that necessary when running the Auger DMR, because sometimes I like to move around with this weapon, believe it or not, because it is very good and very, very good at close and mid range. So I recommend you guys checking it out. It's a 2-tap wonder, and you guys cannot go wrong with this class setup. Also, a quick note, I like to run dexterity over gung-ho for the fact that dexterity helps you out with the accuracy when jump shotting. Sliding is really, really helpful in Black Ops 4. A lot of players have been swapping away from gung-ho and using dexterity, so it's kind of, you know, good to keep up with the meta, and I think you guys will be able to kind of keep up with other players running this class setup. And obviously, being able to mantle fast is a really good and really helpful addition in this game, and that's kind of why I go ahead and run this Auger DMR class setup with dexterity. Now, for class setup number 9, I'm kind of transitioning over to the SMGs because the SMGs did receive a buff. Now, I'm running the Spitfire, and I have the Spitfire with the extended mag. I have fast mag as well as FMJ. I love the Spitfire with FMJ because I don't want to deal with body armor. I want to be able to shoot through cover easily, and the SMGs in this game, the penetration really isn't all that good. So if you guys can run an FMJ class setup, I highly recommend you guys checking out the Spitfire one. It is very, very good, and you really cannot go wrong. Now, I have the S12 backup for my secondary. Now, the reason why I have the S12 as my secondary for this class setup is because I like to take it out when I'm placing players that are running Nomad to kill the guard dogs. It is very, very easy, and I feel like you guys will definitely be able to, you know, stay alive longer, and it is a really solid secondary if you're in a pinch and you need to take out some enemies if you guys are out of ammo. And I have on the acoustic sensor, I have on scavenger, dexterity, as well as dead silence. Being on the move, being on the go is really helpful, and that's really why I like to run the acoustic sensor. It kind of just completes this entire class setup, and it makes it very, very good. I recommend you guys actually checking this one out, and I think you guys will definitely be able to absolutely rip it up, maybe drop a nuclear with this Spitfire class setup. Now, here is my Cordite class setup. The Cordite also received a buff, a range buff, and I like to run it with the extended mags. I like to run it with FMJ as well as rapid fire. I do not like to run the operator mod with the Spitfire because I feel like the operator mod kind of hinders this weapon, and I like to be able to run a secondary. So extended mag is definitely enough ammo. 90 bullets, that's more than enough, and that's kind of like why I like to run that over the operator mod. The same exact class setup as my Spitfire, just swapping out the gun. I recommend you guys checking this one out. Very, very good, very, very underrated, and I feel like a lot of players are going to be running the Cordite a lot more now since it actually did receive a significant range buff. Now, another class setup for another wild card setup is going to be my GKS. Now, you guys know I love the GKS. I don't care what anybody says. I think the GKS is probably one of the most underrated SMGs in all of Black Ops 4, and I think you guys should definitely go ahead and check this one out. Now, I've actually taken off grip 1 and grip 2 on the GKS. I've been running this with long barrel, extended mag, as well as suppressor, because they did increase the range again on the GKS. It does feel very nice with the long barrel attachment on it, with the suppressor and the extended mag. You have a good balance of ammunition, range, and you're off of the radar. So I feel like this is a really solid setup for you guys to check out. And I think you guys will be able to, you know, be successful. Maybe drop your first nuclear and nuked out with this GKS class setup. The same exact perks, attachments, or not really perks, the same exact perks, you know, the secondary and the gear, you know, as my other SMG setups. A solid class setup within Black Ops 4. Now, my final class setup is going to be on the Maddox. Now, I know a lot of you guys love the Maddox, but honestly, I don't really run it that much. Now, I only pulled this class setup out if literally everybody in the lobby is running the Maddox. You kind of have to just use it because you're going to get clapped either way. So I like to run it with the Elo sight, Quick Draw 1, Quick Draw 2, as well as the stock attachment. And I have on that stem shot to stay competitive, Scavenger. I have on dexterity so I can slide around, jump shot, maintain my accuracy, and as well as dead silence so I do not pop up on the acoustic sensor, you know, if somebody is, you know, anticipating a flank or maybe a flip spawn. These are going to be all the class setups that I'm running currently within Black Ops 4. A quick note, I do not run the ICR. I do not run the Vapor anymore. In all honesty, I believe that the KN57 and the Rampart are the two best rifles, but you can swap out some of these setups with the ICR if you guys wanted to, or the Vapor. The thing about the Vapor that I do not like is if you guys do not have like the Mastercraft's Vampire Hunter variant, you kind of have to run the iron sight, and I don't really like running weapons that you have to run an iron sight, especially if the gun does not have attachments that I feel really suit its playstyle. If the Vapor had FMJ, I'd run it more, but honestly, I think the KN57 is far superior. As far as SMGs goes, the reason why I do not like to run like the MX9 is because in my opinion, this is one of the worst SMGs. It has decent attachments, but I feel that the GKS, the Spitfire, and the Cordite are all better options. Also, I don't run the SOG 9mm all that much. It's only my personal preference. I feel the SOG is really inconsistent. They keep nerfing it. They keep touching the attachments. So I'm kind of staying away from the SOG. You guys might like that for maybe league play, but as far as public matches goes, I feel like the Cordite, the Spitfire, and the GKS are the best SMGs to use within Black Ops 4. And for the love of God, everybody, put the Titan away. The gun's done. We don't need to be running it anymore, and I don't want to see it ever used again within Black Ops 4. Hope you guys did enjoy today's video. It's been your boy Ears. If you guys did, make sure you guys absolutely drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, turn those post notifications on. And with all that being said, I'm going to catch you guys in the next one. Hope these class setups help you out. Deuces.